There was a family that lived deep inside a quiet village surrounded by trees and long winding paths. They were not rich, not even close. Their father was a hard-working farmer, and their mother cared for all five children with whatever little they had. Every morning before the sun touched the sky, their father left for the farm. He worked until his hands were tired, then came home, fed the children, and sent the older ones to school. Life was simple and sometimes hard. There were days when they barely had enough to eat, but there was always love in that small house. The children played outside after school, sometimes football, sometimes a small, worn-out ball they used for basketball, made of old rubber and wrapped cloth. It wasn't much, but to them, it was everything. Among them was the eldest brother, quiet, focused, strong. He didn't talk much, but whenever he touched that homemade ball, something changed. He moved with surprising skill, quick steps, sharp control, like someone who had studied the sport all his life, even though he had never seen a real court. In the nearby town, there was a small community team, not famous, not sponsored, just a group of young boys who loved the game. One day the coach passed through the village and saw the eldest boy practicing alone, dribbling the ragged ball with such ease. He stopped and watched for a moment, then he asked, "Do you want to train with us?" The boy looked at his father. The father nodded softly. He wanted his son to have something more than the farm, more than struggle. So the boy joined the team. He woke up earlier than everyone. Farm in the morning, school during the day, training in the evening. No complaints, no excuses. He just worked, silently and consistently. Days turned into weeks. The other boys noticed him. The coach did too. He wasn't the strongest or the tallest, but he had something rare: discipline. Soon the team entered a local tournament no one expected them to win. But they played with heart, and the boy gave everything he had. After every match, his father would smile proudly, even when they lost. But then they started winning. One match, then another, until the unthinkable happened. Their small team qualified for the regional competition. In the city, the boy had never left the village before. The city felt loud, big, and overwhelming. But when he stepped onto the court, he felt calm, like he belonged there. The whistle blew. The game began. He ran, dribbled, passed, defended, not like a star, but like someone who refused to give up. Every point he played was for his family, for the nights they slept hungry, for the mornings his father left in the dark, for the hope he carried in his heart. When the game ended, they didn't win the championship, but something even bigger happened. A city coach approached him and said, "You have real potential. If you want to grow, we can help you." It wasn't a miracle. It wasn't luck. It was opportunity meeting hard work. With his parents' permission, the boy stayed in the city. The team gave him a small scholarship, a place to train, and a chance to learn. Years passed. He became stronger, smarter, better. He wasn't the best in the country, but he was the best version of himself, and that was enough. The day he finally returned to his village, wearing a team jersey with his name on it, his family cried tears of joy, not because he became famous, but because he did something no one expected. He rose above where he started, and the village learned something that day. Talent can come from anywhere, even from a small home in the forest, even from a boy with a worn-out ball, even from a family that had nothing but hope. Don't stop the inspiration here. Subscribe for more stories and actionable steps to build your best life.